Hey everyone, it is Sammy from the Small Urban Greens Homestead, and today we are in the garden again. So it has been raining for the last 5 days. I have not attended to the garden for about 7 days, and today, now that the rain has just given me a break, I'm going to quickly get into the garden and do what I've been wanting to do, and that is sorting 3 beds out that's been left open. And I think today is the day that we get it prepped. These are the 3 beds that we'll be attending to today, and I've had them open because I've not really known what to do. I did plant some stuff and I didn't really do as well as I expected. So the cabbage was in this bed, and I've used some of the cabbage, but these 3 cabbages, or 4 cabbage, I'm going to take out, give it to the chickens and the rabbits, fill the bed up a bit, and I'm thinking of putting peppers and chilies in here, seeing that I need to plant them out. And in this bed you can see the soil has been disrupted because Boots, which is our female silver Brahma, roams around this garden, and she's using it as a dust bath. So the other chore to do once we've completed these 3 beds is to actually protect the beds. Like I have over here, I've put a fence around most of my garden, and I'll be doing it the same here. So chilies and peppers in this one. I'm thinking of taking out this lavender and putting it in the corner there. So I have 2 lavenders, put something in the middle, and then from that point going forward, I'm thinking of putting maybe the kohlrabies in so they can start growing. I will think about this bed when I get to it. This bed, I am putting a whole bunch of herbs. This was always supposed to be for the herbs, and I've neglected it, but today is the day we will sort it out. So the rain just came down again, and it's just stopped, and the rain just came without any warning, so it can do that again. It is overcast, there is so much clouds in the sky, but I am going to try and do as much as I can. So today I've actually got not just these beds to do, but I've also got these beds that I have to attend to. The cow's falling over, it's breaking my fence, mesh fence that I've done, and then the melons are just going to break. So there is a lot to do. I haven't been in the garden for over a week, and if you don't attend to it, just literally falls apart. And there's also some tomatoes that we can harvest, maybe put in our salad or make something with it tonight. But yeah, let's get going before the rain comes again. It is the next morning. The rain came down and I couldn't record anymore because I had to protect my phone. So just show you what I've done in these 3 beds, and I'm pretty happy with everything. So I've got some of the creeping oregano at the back and some in the front here. Then I got some of the wild oregano spread out as well. And I already had some other oregano from previous that I had propagated. This is the rosemary that we actually took a whole bunch of cuttings and put it in water and propagated as well. So it has rooted and I've stuck it in here. And then the cilantro, aka dhania, aka coriander. I've just grouped in 3 here. And looks pretty cool. Got the Vietnamese coriander in the corner there because that grows wild, so that can just grow wild at the back there. And I've left this pepper plant in because it provides some shade, so I'm very happy with everything here. And we move on to the next bed, and I've got all the pak choys spread out nicely, and they don't grow tall, they grow about that high and spread out so that you can just start harvesting the leaves from the outside in, so it doesn't take up too much space, and we're always using pak choy. I got some cilantro spread out here. I've got 3 in the front, and then I've also got the wild and creeping oregano. Have I got the creeping oregano? The creeping oregano over here. I don't think I've got the wild one here because the wild is still all in the tray there. That's right. I moved the lavender from this corner to the back, and I think that just works much better than before. And then I just stuck this little pepper plant in the middle. It can provide some kind of shade, but it doesn't grow too big and bushy. And I think it's the cayenne. There is already a little pepper there, and I'm pretty happy with this bed as well. Then just want to show you, this is also some of the rosemary cuttings that I took and I put it in water and rooted, and now it's in the ground. Rosemary is really one of these easy herbs you can propagate. And I did the same with some of the oreganos and thyme. All you do when you got roots is to stick them in the ground, and you've got a whole new batch of herbs. In this raised bed, what I've done is that I've just put all my new cuttings that had roots on in the ground, and I'll keep it nice and small, but I'm pretty happy with that. I can dig it out and put it somewhere else, but this is just so the roots can be established and set and be strong. In this bed I've actually got some peppers and some chilies. So at the back there I put two jalapenos. And jalapenos do get quite big and bushy, so that's at the back there. Over here I've got the Raja. It's already flowered, so that could be a Raja. So it's either a Raja or a cayenne. It looks quite small. And then over here I've got the sweet banana. Never did sweet banana peppers before. Someone on Instagram did suggest that it should be part of my my box, and I decided to give it a try, so I'll let you know what I think of it. This is the Melanta Islina. It's also a chili. At the back there I've got my two, no, that one is the Acha lemon. So I'm a big fan of Acha lemon, and that is not just the only plant I have. About, I would say about 7 of the plants now, because that's where my main chilies dishes come from, is my Acha lemon plants. And I make chili sauce, I make dried chili flakes. It's just the best chili plant to ever grow, and it goes in most of my food. And then this is your cayenne. So that's why I'm not really sure if this is a cayenne or a raja. So guys, this is how it's looking now. I've got more pak choi and wild oregano to plant. So I think the pak choi, I'll just spread it out, but I do have another bed at the end that I think the pak choi should go in, where my kale and all that can go. And in between here I'm going to grow my kohlrabi. And I think today it looks like the rain is going to come later on. So what I'm going to do before it does hit us is just put some sticks in and then put a fence up here so that our chicken boots cannot use these beds for a dust bath, because that's what she's been doing, and that's why I've not really attended to these beds. But pretty happy. I think I'm going to also propagate some more herbs so that I can just stick them in between. So you can just stick whatever you can't use. Like this will all fall out eventually. And what you do is underneath your chili and pepper plants, just put some herbs in, the same as around your pak choys and that. And herbs can go anywhere you want, but it's nice to dedicate one raised bed for just herbs, so that when you need something you can just come out and grab some. And then I also do keep some herbs on my windowsill, just for easy access at night when I can't come out to the garden at night time. So I started putting the fence up for the 3 boxes, and I don't like it. It is black, you can't see, and if you look at the feel of how I did these ones, it just looks a little bit better. On this one I do have this kind of effect because I ran out of this, and these are quite expensive. So I thought I would go the method of just putting what I had, but it looks like bits and pieces now. So what I'm doing, I'm going to take this off, and I'm going to go and get the green shade cloth that we've got some, and it can be uniformed right across, and that's what I'm going to have to work with.
A few moments later.
Yeah, it just finished putting up the new green mesh. It's actually shade cloth, and the shade cloth you can actually see through it. So that is what I like about getting this one done instead of the black one. You can't even see through the black one. So I am going to be taking that one off and putting this mesh there, as well as doing the same method by that green one, so it all looks uniform. But I can now be comfortable that the chicken won't get into this bed and destroy it, and everything can just grow in. It has been about 3 weeks since we did the 3 raised beds. And I just wanted to show you guys how it's looking. This is the chili and pepper bed, and you can see that all the chili plants that we planted, it's got some flowers. And if we look over here, we've got a jalapeno, and over here this is the cayenne. We've got some cayenne growing, quite cool. Over here we got the acha lemon, my favorite plant. And then the others are still flowering, and I do see some fruit there, and that's the raja. You can see that all the rosemary cuttings that we put there, I just put them there so that they can start rooting, and then I can take it out and plant it in another area. But right now that was just to root. And then we've got wild oregano and some creeping oregano. So this bed is doing very, very well. As for this one, we moved that lavender from this corner across, and this lavender is just literally taken over. We'll be able to do some cuttings from that soon. But the pak choi has grown quite a lot, and it's even started to flower. So I'll start harvesting some leaves off, but we got some beautiful thyme, some more rosemary cuttings there, cilantro. And then this bed is probably looking the best. So the pepper dew plant wasn't this big, and it's just shot up. We've had so much rain here that some of the plants are really enjoying it and some plants are not enjoying it. You can see all the pepper dews, and this will just produce so much pepper dews, especially next month. It will all start ripening in February. But we've got the basil, and this is basil that we cut and propagated. We rooted them and then we put them in the ground. There's our Vietnamese coriander. Got lemon thyme, some normal thyme, more cilantro, loads of oregano. And it doesn't matter how much oregano you actually got in your garden. You can cook with them fresh. You can even dry them out and bottle them up. That will store for ages. But nothing has died. Everything is doing perfect in this bed. Guys, this bed's looking absolutely amazing. If you guys enjoyed this video of some DIY around the homestead, give it a like, subscribe, and follow us so that you don't miss out on any of these exciting DIY projects that we do around here. We'll see you in the next video.